New York City might make you think of skyscrapers and famous landmarks, but there's something else the Big Apple is known for. Food. There are about 19,000 restaurants in this city, and each one seems to have a specialty.
I used to get a Reuben sandwich with the Russian dressing.
That whole thing is fudge.
Don't forget the cornbread.
Better than Chinese food.
New York City is famous for many kinds of great food, but why?
Part of what makes New York food, has to do with a lot of immigrants coming from different parts of the world and bringing their specialties with them.
Robert Allbinder has run Katz's Delicatessen in Lower Manhattan since 1976, and he knows something about New York City food. Katz's is the oldest deli in New York. It was started by Allbinder's family in 1888. They were immigrants from Russia.
In the late 1800s, when people were coming to Katz's, to the United States, to New York City, this was a neighborhood of Jewish immigrants, German immigrants, Italian immigrants, Irish immigrants. It remains so today, Hispanic immigrants, Chinese immigrants, and therefore food that has started in this neighborhood comes from other places in the world where people settled from.
Did you also order a pastrami?
One pastrami, one corned beef.
We're very well known for our pastrami's and rice sandwiches.
This is the pastrami. You gotta cut it against the grain. We usually put about half a pound of meat on the sandwich.
It's a smoked meat, it's spiced, it has a lot of flavor from the navel cut of the steer, so it's a little juicier. A little more fat, but a little more flavor that comes from the fat.
Usually the people ask for pastrami with mustard. That's the traditional way.
The meat is fresh, it's nice and soft, and it's delicious. I don't eat nowhere else, just here.
The food from Katz's Delicatessen has been in movies and is popular with many celebrities. It's also a big hit in other parts of the world.
We're known for sending a salami to your boy in the army, a slogan that we have that began actually in World War II. My cousin was in the Army Air Corps at that time. Customers would come in and ask for, what can I send my son? He's in the service. So my uncle would say, well, why don't you do what I do and send the salami to your boy in the army.
On the other end of Manhattan is another New York classic, Sylvia's Restaurant of Harlem.
Southern style. We don't like to tease, we like to please.
When Sylvia Woods opened the place in 1962, only 35 people could fit in here to enjoy her Southern cooking. Today, Sylvia's boasts about 450 seats, and they're almost always full. One of Sylvia's granddaughters explains why.
New York food is so good because there's no place like New York. New York is one of the few states, I think, that just encompasses every culture that's imaginable. And we play with it on our menu. We'll do a curry shrimp item to celebrate the Caribbean. We might have like a smoked salmon on a wonton with caviar.
The fact that they actually have like a grilled salad next to like smothered fried chicken, that's like a great mix. So you can, you have collard greens, but then you also have like salmon croquettes, so it's a nice mix. Anybody can come in and feel comfortable.
Just looking at the pictures on the wall is like a whole education itself. We have Liza Minnelli over here, Bill Clinton over there, Aretha Franklin over there. So it feels like all the people that we've seen have all been here.
Sylvia's success has also led to cookbooks, a line of African-American food, and a scholarship fund to help local Harlem kids pay for college.
The food is great, from the glass of water to the cup of tea and anything else you eat in this place. It's delicious, and every time we're here, we stop in to eat.
About 200 different cuisines are represented in New York City. But it's not only this diversity that makes the restaurants unique, it's also the culture of the city.
This is my theater now. When I greet people and I welcome people to Serendipity, this is my stage. My name is Stephen Bruce. I'm the owner of Serendipity 3 Restaurant.
Delicious.
You going to be able to finish it?
Stephen Bruce and his two partners came to New York City in the 1950s seeking fame on Broadway. But they soon discovered their real talent was in food, not footwork. With just $300, they started a restaurant.
We were a success the minute we opened because of the three concise personalities that made the trio, plus delicious food, and then we created the frozen hot chocolate, which cemented our reputation. They either have a foot-long hot dog, which is very popular, followed by a hot fudge sundae or a frozen hot chocolate, and that itself is a classic menu. You can't beat that. It's so traditional, it's so American, and at the same time, it's very serendipitous.
Ice cream and fudge. Lots of fudge.
It's chocolatey, it's rich.
You should come to New York. Try it.
It's delicious.
The personality of Serendipity plus the ice cream and the frozen hot chocolate bring out the children, no matter what age you are.
And like other great New York eateries, Serendipity 3 enchants people from all over.
A teenager from Africa came in and he was served a frozen hot chocolate for the first time. He couldn't believe it. He said, "What shall I do? Shall I eat it?" And my partner, Calvin Holt, was in earshot. And they became very fast friends because he encouraged him to eat it immediately. And then when he left, they became pen pals for the next 10 years. And just recently, he was in again introducing me to his new family.
The international flavor of New York can't be beat. Bruce, like other restaurant owners in the city, appreciates the diversity of his adopted hometown.
New York City's always been called a melting pot, and it's exactly what it is. I mean, where can you go anywhere else in the world and have Italian on the corner, or Ethiopian food, or chop suey? The whole thing is so absolutely wonderful. That's what makes New York. It's a combination. It's really like a big Chinese restaurant, actually. Tonight I want to pick something from column A. Then I want to go from column B to column C. So it's absolutely wonderful. You can have whatever you want on the whim in New York.